Hi, my name's Carol and I'm the children's worker at Christchurch Roxeth. If you've been able to join us before for the One Church Everywhere children's slots, you'll know that we've been looking at the book of Daniel from the Old Testament and learning about Daniel and how he believed in God even when the people around him didn't, and even when the king of the land he was in didn't believe in God. Today's story is about what happened to this king when he didn't give God the glory for all the good things and great things this king had in his kingdom. So let's go to the story. A long time ago in Babylon, there lived a very proud king called Nebuchadnezzar. I am great. I made myself great and I don't need God at all, he thought. God was not pleased with this very proud king who thought he didn't need him. You will spend some time living like an animal, God said. King Nebuchadnezzar started to change how he behaved. He went outside his palace and lived like an animal. He grew his hair long and his nails grew long. He slept outside on the ground and he even ate grass. After a long time, King Nebuchadnezzar was sorry. He understood that he needed God to help him to be a good king. I'm sorry, he cried to God. I have been foolish and proud, he prayed. God, I can't be a good king without your help. The king went back to his palace. He always remembered he needed God every day and that even his kingdom came from God. So there we are. That's what happened to King Nebuchadnezzar. He thought he was so great and that he didn't need God, not knowing that it was only because of God that he had this great kingdom and that he was a great king. Sometimes we can forget that God gives us all that we need, whether it be food in our tummies, our homes to protect us from the rain and the cold weather or from the very hot sun in the summer, even our health, even the things that we do well, like playing the piano or drawing. All those skills come from God in the first place. We need to remember to say thank you to God for all the good things he gives us. So here's a challenge for this week. Let's try and think of 3 things every day that we can thank God for, that we can be grateful for. Just 3 things. And finally, if you read the whole story in the book of Daniel chapter 4 of King Nebuchadnezzar and how he turned into an animal and lived like an animal, you'll see at the start of the chapter that when Nebuchadnezzar became king again and back in his palace, he wrote to all the nations around him, telling him about what happened to him, telling him how he became an animal and lived out in the forests, and telling them also that he recognised that it was God that gave him the kingdom. It was God that he should be thankful for, not what he'd done himself. So when you think of these 3 things that you're grateful to God for, maybe you can tell your parents or the people you live with at home or your friends. Go out and tell people, just as King Nebuchadnezzar did, how great God is and the great things he gives us every day.